Hey guys, we're here playing Gagarin Deep Space up against Max. This hand is pretty dreadful. We're gonna throw it away. The snatch and grab could be good. Oh, that's not much better. Okay, well, I think we're gonna just push this because we have no other economy, and he's unlikely to have a way through this on the first turn. Like if he's playing Yogg, he's not going to get it. Zoo he has to pay 4 to break and then 1 more to access. He'd be pretty poor. I think this is... I mean, this is a rough mulligan. But if we can pull this off, we'll be at 6 credits. We'll have 2 points on the board. And we'll have this server which we can use. Yeah, he just realized he cannot actually access it. He's just gonna hit R&D. Wow. See, I think if you're the runner and you see this play happen, you think, oh my god, he's flooded on the mulligan. And you run the HQ. I don't think R&D is the right choice here. I think HQ is a lot more likely to have something. Let's actually bring up his heap. I guess it's his, yeah. So, clone chip, pretty good dumps for us. We could get greedy on this agenda, but I really don't want to. I just want it out the door before he finds an answer. Like, I would hate for him to like drop a zoo and get in there and take it. There's a Yogg, so he's probably on net ready. That's the new hotness, which eventually will make this irrelevant. But we're playing the Wisp for that reason. We have Breaker Bay Grid, which you can put in with the Wisp, and bottom his Breaker, which is a pretty big setback if they've installed Yogg for 5 credits. I mean, potentially he can't, if you do it at the right time, he'll just mill it into his heap and won't actually be able to get it. Man, I love Oaktown. It's so good. Like, this hand would have been completely dreadful with any other agenda in it. Oh, lucky there. He hits the NAP. That's the only one we want him to hit. I'm not sure if he does even take it, because going poor with Max can be bad. Okay, he does want it. Okay, clicks for credits. So we can architect the R&D. Discards Queen's Gambit. Okay. Well, seeing the Yogg there, I think we just ice our centrals individually to stem the bleeding. And try to maybe just push this out. I don't know. Puts us on 3 credits, which I don't love. But I also like scoring early against Max because Anarchs take a while to get their breakers together on a normal basis. If we could draw like a hedge fund, I consider not scoring it right away. Or if we draw... Okay, so now he's closer to getting his Yogg out. He's gonna let this fire? Oh, that's pretty good for us to fire this. Didn't you see this architect on the top of the deck? I think you may have. Root, Ash, Breaker Bay, Jackson, and Marimati. Yeah, we'll put the ash in here. And we'll install from archives. We'll put that Jackson back out that he trashed earlier. Yeah, that's great for us. He's not going to score. We know we've got Breaker Baker coming up. We can put with the root and the Wisp. And then a Miramati, which is kind of whatever, but it might at least force him to get his Corroder out. I think we do res this. See if we'll pop the Corroder here. Then we don't need to install the Miramati at all. No, he's just going to jack out. Goes to 0. Okay. So we know Breaker Bake Grid is next. While he's on 0, don't mind if I do slam this. So we can now res this for 1 credit, use it to flip our Ash, then we can use it to flip to score the Atlas, and at that point we've gotten value out of it. If he trashes at that stage, it almost doesn't matter. And of course he's paying credit to access these cards, so I'm going to try just not icing this. I've over-iced it in previous games and people just ignored it completely, and I've ended up spending more money than I wanted to defending it. So we'll see how light we can get away with it. Obviously he's got the Imp here, so we can just pop the clone chip on Imp. But as Max, you're a little reluctant to do that in case you don't get another clone chip, or you don't, and you mill all your breakers. It's a bit sketchy. So I don't blame him if he doesn't immediately go after us with the Imp. But now we're going to get to pull this off. Use our recurring credits to flip this. Turn starts. Miramati or greedy on this? I think with the Ash there we can afford to actually get a little greedy. Because an Atlas token would help us a lot here. We could either get another Oak Town and just push it through, or we could get a hedge fund, maybe even a snatch and grab. We play a 1x snatch and grab just to hit Katie's. Like, we need this money so bad to do things. So I'm hoping it's going to stick. Question is, do we put a Wisp in here next turn with it? It's almost good. Because then if he puts his Corroder out with the clone chip, we can bottom it again. But we don't really want the clone chip, we really want to hit the Yogg. He's going to money up. Yeah, that's fair. Enigma, yeah. Let this go. If we do triple advance this. Yeah, I think we want that Atlas token pretty bad. And it's worth letting him trash all this stuff. Like, this is like the Lotus field that costs only 3, which is pretty great in this ID. The extra influence sucks though. We definitely could use more influence. Parasite comes down. Sure. Really surprised he did not try his luck on this remote. I mean, we're at $1, right? That's the time to go in there. Yeah. You Gets an access, but it's not that great of an access. Oh, he's gonna get imp here. Okay. Gets the wisp. It's funny, it's not really good for him. It's on 7 next turn. He needs the Yogg and the net ready. I think we play aggressively here and let him destroy our hand and push this out. Because we're actually going to net $2 off this because we're getting the root to pay for the advancement. This is a bit of a risk, but it feels like it's one we really want to take because there's a lot of upside here. You know, our other one is to play defensively and ice the HQ, but then he can just parasite over it with like a deja vu if he has it, though he may be running out of levy options. Oh no, we have the same old thing. Get some knives. We had to worry about playing big barriers. Not sure how good the clone for imp was, if we're not going to at least try to blow these things up. I mean, we've seen so little influence so far that I'm almost sure he's on net ready eyes now. Yeah, because now, like, there's a lot of regret from him after he can't break this Muramati. He needs to parasite it, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna come destroy whatever. Gets rid of the Enigma. Yeah, I don't really want to pay for that when he can put the Yogg out at any time, because I assume he's running 2 and just crush us that way. So, do we want this Jackson? Or would we just rush him down? Is he slow rolling us? Let's try it. I don't know, this could make us very sad if we don't hit. But ending this game sooner rather than later is appealing to me, because his stuff getting online is bad news for us. Our ice is not that big, it's not that scary. Oh, here it comes. He's gonna have the Deja. He's gonna get the Yogg. This is still expensive. Yogg Data Sucker or Yogg Net Ready Eyes. Either way, he needs to install both pieces, right? He doesn't have the actions to run twice past the Yogg. And his stim hack is in the trash. I think we may have called it correctly, because so the Yogg costs 5, it's a lot. Yeah, he's definitely not going to make it. Cool. So some real good work happening from the rush strategy, the really early Oaktown. Like it helps you so much to get that money. And we just trace him out. So I think his big mistake is that the turn we had $1, we should have come in and trashed this stuff, because this gave us a lot of value. Yeah, now we can't come back. Especially where we had the imp to trash it at no cost. That's the game, so I don't know if we want a hostile takeover in here, because we would have won a turn earlier if we did. But then we're adding an extra agenda slot. Tough to say. I have to think about it. Because the 3-pointers, we have them in case we get a big window, but it's often a little touch and go. And you'd rather risk the smaller 2-pointers. Not sure. This deck is almost starting to work. At least some of the time. I don't think it's definitely not a top tier deck, but this one has a bit of cohesion to it. In the RCP, 4-power Kogate is a lot of damage early on, if they're not prepared to deal with it. So we'll keep trying it out. It's got nice synergy with the ability, where normally it's just $1, but here it prevents them from accessing at all, which I quite like. Thanks for watching, guys.